Good morning. How to avoid the diet and weight loss roller coaster is what we are talking about this morning. I hope you've had a lovely Christmas. If you're coming in, give me a hello. If you're on replay, drop a replay in the comments. I'm up early because we have our sessions this morning. I'm up early anyway, but so we have our sessions back, box and bums, and also our full body workouts, as well as our 15-minute workouts as well. Just you can get it in, start that day strong. So talking about the weight loss roller coaster, I want to go over it first. If you are on video, you'll see my screen any second now. So the weight loss roller coaster, what is it? Well, let's think about what usually happens. So we've got that week one, let's go, so excited for this. Week two, stay the same. After all that effort I've put in, what's the point? Week three, yes, so happy, 3 pounds lost. You know, we're happy again. Can you see how our emotion is dictated by the scales right now? We go into week four, another 2 pounds lost, great news. If I keep this up, I'll be seriously happy. Always putting your happiness in the hands of the scale, which you cannot control. You can control what you do, but not what the scale actually says. Week five, what the hell's going on? 1 pound on. Who's been there? Comment below if you have. I'm livid right now, not happy, not one bit. Week six, oh well, that's just my bloody luck. Not shifted at all. I feel this downward spiral. We're already kind of second guessing this, right? We go into week seven, 3 pounds then drop off. I was getting worried there. You know, and I could go on with this. Now, there's a real simple few solutions to this. Number one is to consider your weight across the whole week. Okay, so if you are going to weigh yourself, actually weigh yourself daily at the same time every morning after using the loo, before eating or drinking. Then add them all up, divide by the number of days. Then you can see what's happening over the week on average and get more comfortable with these swings and start understanding your body. Number two is to understand that depending on how you're doing it, we know that the principles of fat loss are very clear. In fact, I'll show you them now in this lovely little looking pyramid. What matters most? Well, we know that in terms of a diet, calories are king. Then we've got the protein. It's going to keep you full. It's going to help you potentially stick to your calories as well. We know this from research, like people who have a 35 odd grams of protein at breakfast tend to eat less throughout the day. And you know, you could get that through protein shakes, through eggs, through turkey this time of year. And then carbs and fats make up the rest, okay? These are the important. So it doesn't really matter whether you go with carbs or fats or a bit of both, providing you stick to the principle here. And all the diets stick to this, okay? And then we've got timing. Timing is actually the least important thing, like when you eat. Still gathers some importance. I'm not saying it's not important, but whether you have breakfast, whether you fast, all these things. Should you fast? Well, it depends on what it does to this. Should you skip breakfast? Well, does it make you eat more or less? Does it make you feel more satisfied or less? These are really important things. Now, this is an important thing to consider because then you can start to answer these questions, right? Am I in a calorie deficit? Yes or no? Well, if I'm not losing weight, I'm probably not. Okay, what do I need to do? Have I eaten enough protein? Yes or no? Could I increase it? Could you increase your veg intake here? Could you drink more water? Okay, am I going a bit excess on any of these two? We know that fats contain over double the calories of carbohydrates. Am I so scared of fats, carbohydrates and sugar that I'm actually eating a lot of fat? And this is contributing to this. These are questions we can ask. Am I shoving down breakfast because I've been told it will boost my metabolism? When actually for me and my lifestyle, it might not fit. These are questions to ask here. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, what I want you to consider and do today, and not enough people do this, and I'm going to be doing a whole talk on this as well, which is where is your nutrition baseline at? And what I mean by this is this here. So if we see this as like a scale, so you've got, for those just listening, you've got 0%, 50%, 70%, and 100%, okay? So if we consider that the nutrition baseline is something that you set, like this is where I'm happy at, This allows me to enjoy my social life, have nice meals, not stress about food, but make compromises rather. So let's look into this. Let's say someone said, right, I'm happy with 50%. That means that 50% of the time I'm going to eat, essentially do what we said we would do. I'm going to eat whole foods, I'm going to be quite satisfied, all of these things. Now let's say that there'll be times where you're at 20%, there'll be times there. The key thing is that you've set your baseline at 50%, so you go, right, I'm just going to go back to 50%, and I'm happy with that. Of course, you'll get quicker results if you go to 100%, but we assume we'll be happy here. But I'm actually going to say now that quite often we're not, because then we're thinking, oh, this is so hard, do I actually really have to stick to this? And we find the sweet spot is around 70%. 70% of the time, I'm going to do what I said I would do in terms of lots of fresh food, lots of veg, lots of protein, sticking to that pyramid I've just showed you in terms of calorie deficit protein. But I'm going to give myself a leeway and not feel guilty about permission, because guess what? This 30% leeway means I stick to it for longer and I stop bouncing around from 100% to 0%, 100% to 0%. And we go back to that weight loss roller coaster, right? So setting that nutrition baseline allows you to go, right, this is where I'm at and this is where I'm happy with, most importantly. Okay? This is what I'm happy with. This is super, super important to consider here, rather than jumping around. So, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some insight into practical and critical when we look at what you're going to do next. And if you have any questions on that, do let me know, comment below. We have our January Kickstart beginning in January. We just opened that up now. So if you do want more information on that, just comment below or send me a message with January and I can get you the details on that. Anyway, have an awesome day and I will see you soon off for our morning workouts. Take care.